what is some of the key things that really stand out from you? Like, how are you building the best diet for pregnancy? What would you advise other people to really fuel themselves adequately through pregnancy?
Yeah, protein is so important. And I think that is under-consumed by women just as a whole. But during pregnancy, because we're developing a whole nother human and a whole nother organ, and everything's growing and expanding, we need a lot of quality protein to handle that development. And I think that plays a big role in the blood sugar stability piece too, which some of the theories for that morning sickness is actually just blood sugar issues. And if we're not getting enough protein, we lack that stability. So I noticed personally that if I had protein forward meals, I could get ahead of that nauseousness. So it definitely seemed to land. So I would say, good quality animal protein. We don't want to add a lot of plant-based proteins that are so hard to extract nutrients from when digestion is maybe already a little bit wonky. And I say this humbly because you don't always have all the choices in the world when you feel sick. You have to get really creative with that. I was relying a lot on dairy. That always sounded good. So I was drinking a lot of raw milk, eating cottage cheese.
What about the dangers of raw milk though for pregnant ladies? Are you just, what's going on there?
Yeah, see, I want the nutrients that are there, and it's sourced well. I have no concerns. It's also something I had all the time before, so it wasn't new to me in pregnancy, but yeah, that's one of the many things that people can freak out about.
I'll say just as a personal anecdote, I was talking to you off air a little bit that we had a interesting contrast between my first and my second, a smaller baby and now a giant baby. And the one big difference nutritionally that my wife Nicole made was she drank a boatload of raw milk on the second pregnancy. When we had our first one, we didn't really have access to, and when we did find it was maybe a gallon that had to last us like a week and a half. So it may have been a glass or two. She was having a glass or two a day, every day. So very interesting there because it's so nutrient dense, right? And I think if you can sneak in liquid calories when your body is averse to eating, that's so beneficial.
So beneficial. And just to harp on raw milk again for a second with pregnancy in specifics, it's a big vitamin A in the retinol form source. That is a huge nutrient for pregnancy, and one that's commonly deficient. That's what we see nationwide and in our clients too. And it's protein, carbs, and fat together. Like you said, it's calorie dense in a liquid vehicle if we're not eating enough at that time. And the way that the fat molecules or fat globules are in unpasteurized, unhomogenized milk mean that we don't need bile in order to incorporate that fat. And the gallbladder works hard and is at a detriment during pregnancy because of those big changes in hormones. So sometimes fat absorption is impaired.
Interesting.
And raw milk would be a way to get some good fats and some fat soluble vitamins that don't rely on a gallbladder that might not be functioning optimally.
Yeah. So. Another kind of ode to pregnancy is hard enough, make it easier on yourself.
Right,
choose the things that your body knows what to do with, easily digest them. Hello friends, if you enjoyed that clip, then you can watch the entire thing by heading to this link over here, or you can find us wherever you find podcasts by searching Radical Health Radio. If there's value here, please hit that like button, let us know in a comment what your biggest takeaway was, and hit subscribe, support the show as we support you. We'll see you soon.